All right, we are now recording and we can get to work. Again, as I'm presenting here in just a little bit, I'm going to do mostly a review of the first two sessions, very brief review. But then after that, the idea is that this is much more open forum for you to ask questions. So I'm excited about what is on your mind and what you might have for me. And then we'll let you get back out about your day. So let me get my presentation going. Here we go. I hope you can see that. And again, if you have a question while I'm presenting, feel free to put it in chat. I definitely will get back and review any questions that come up. Most of this information was covered in two previous New Family Orientation meetings. If you want to know more detail, go to those meetings on YouTube, and you can see those and get much more detail than I'm going to share today. So hope you came prepared for some questions and what's going to happen here. So without further ado, we're going to get started here. School leadership. Just to introduce myself one more time, my Rudy Swafford. I've just spent 24 years at National Heritage Academies, about 20 of those as principal at two different schools, 10 right here at Summerfield. So we just finished our 10th year, going into year 11. Need to update that. And before that, I was a fourth grade teacher. And I am from the Greensboro area, born and raised here in Greensboro. So I'm excited that you're a part of this community. The pictures there to the right are my four kids. I no longer have kids. They're all adults and living on their own as adults, sometimes doing a lot of great things. My oldest daughter, Nicole, there right up front, got married in December. It's Katie just to my right, Christina over to the right of Nicole, and then my son, Michael. So I have three daughters and a son. And again, two of them live in Pennsylvania. Two of them live here in North Carolina. Excited about that. That's my dog, Chester. He makes appearances from time to time on assemblies, slides on assemblies for things that he's done. But that's my favorite picture of him because it really looks like he's posing and smiling. And then this is a trip I got to take many years ago to China to work with Chinese English teachers. And it was a great experience for me in meeting and working with those people and being able to visit that country, which was very exciting. The way we run our leadership here is that we try to make sure everything we do surrounds our students. The number one influence on your students is going to be your teacher. That's the most important person in the building, or the people who are teaching your students. The deans go in direct support of those teachers. And of course, I lend my support to everyone. We divide our deans into three categories. We have our K2 dean, Rebecca Swain, our 3-5 dean, Heather Carlson, and our 6-8 dean, Brandon Robertson. You'll get to know them over the school year. If you have issues or things that go above and beyond a teacher, if they need to lead and help solve some issues or just work with your students, those people will be there to support you. So that's the leadership team that you're going to be working with this coming school year. So we're excited that you are here. Here. School basics. I want to go over those with about a week to go before school starts. Things that you need to know. We like to say we are a student-centered, caring community of academic excellence. And as new families or families coming into the school, you're now part of our SCA family. And I think what's important is that we view everyone as family. If you're here, this is what I say: if you're here, you're family. You're part of that community. We want to focus on your student, on your scholars, and we want to make sure that we are driving that opportunity for them to learn, regardless of where they start, to drive them forward in their learning to help them reach their potential. So that's why we say we are a student-centered caring community of academic excellence. We also, one of our great sayings is we use a lot is simply better together. We realize that working together makes us a stronger school, makes it a better community. and helps us focus on our students more, and because we are better for the whole than we are the sum of our parts. So if you hear those two phrases a lot around school, just know that's intentional, because we do like to operate as a family. School communication, some things that you might need to know going into school as school starts. Some basic information. School hours are 8 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Again, these are reminders from other places, and I really want to answer more of your questions today. Carpool begins at 7:20 a.m., and students will go directly into the gym. They get dropped off and sent to the gym. We're going to show that carpool map here in just a little bit and do a quick review of that. But it begins at 7:20. So next week when school starts, first carpool starts at 7:20 in the morning. Front doors open at 7:40. Now there's an exception on the first day of school in that we'll open the doors up earlier and allow more people to come and walk in because so many people want to do that. But generally on Wednesday, we'll be open to it. On Thursday, we'll have the door shut and closed and get back to this particular schedule. So keep that in mind. Front doors open at 7:40. So if you need or want to walk your scholar into the school building, you're going to need to wait to come to the front door at 7:40. If you come to the gym at 7:20, they'll stop you as a parent and only let your scholar into the gym. So keep that in mind. Dismissal starts at 3 o'clock and should be completed by 3:40 every day. Make sure you're here by 3:40. Don't be that parent who isn't. We'll review that there when we look at our carpool review here in just a moment. So we're going to come back and look at our questions again. We're reviewing here some different parts, letting some more people in here of our school. So here's some more information. Carpool. Now, this is something you really need to navigate to be successful when you're coming to SCA. So I wanted to quickly review that again and remind you that the first few days of school is going to be horrible. It's really going to be bad. There's going to be long lines. Please just be patient. I promise you we're all working to get it done as quickly as possible. And so I think that's really important to remember. I promise you also it will get better. It will get better. We will spread out and our time will expand and things will get better. So keep that in mind. Wednesday will be really bad. It'll be a little better Thursday, a little better Friday, regress a little on Monday, and then steadily get better Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of the next week. So just be patient, follow the map, and we'll be good. So morning carpool, what does that look like? It looks like this. Now this map's a little old. You have to go down to the stoplight and make a turn, turn around and come back to the school. You can only approach the school moving south on 220. You'll turn left at the school and you'll immediately make this turn and go around our parking lot. In the back of the school, you'll choose the left or right-hand lane, depending on what you want to do. And then you need to stay in that lane until you exit, until you drop off in front of the school and begin your exit out. You'll encounter the first person right about here where there will be someone there to help people cross there. Then you'll pull around here and see the next traffic director who will stop you here. We will then pull 8 cars up from the blue lane up into here, 8 cars up from the green lane up in here, and students will then exit their car next to the sidewalk. From 7:20 to 7:40, they will exit and they will go to the gym. From 7:40 to 8 o'clock, they will exit and come in the front doors of the school. At 8 o'clock, we will shut those doors and you will need to park and walk your students in if they are late. Now, we'll do some grace period at the start of the school year, but please make sure you do that. And if you want to lock your scholar in or walk them in, what you need to do is come to the front doors at 7:40. Again, that's a quick review. If you want to see the longer presentation of that, go to that YouTube page and you'll get much more detail. So if you want to park in the morning, you have to park in one of these spaces. And sometimes there are spaces there you can find All of our staff park as far away from there as we can so that we can give you as much room as possible. But in the first days of school, if you don't come early, we will run out of parking spaces. And so you'll have to park in different areas. And so keep that in mind. Come early. Afternoon carpool. Here's the afternoon carpool map. Again, this is just a quick review. And this review, again, is in much more detail on um, on the YouTube page. Again, you can only approach the school moving south on 220. You'll turn in just like in the morning. You'll pick a lane behind the school right here, just like in the morning, and you'll stay in that lane all the way around. You'll run into a traffic director here and a traffic director here. The only difference is we pull up 2 lanes at a time. So we will pull cars. I'm sorry. Let me back up. This right here is not a traffic director. This is where you'll enter your drive line sign. You're going to need that drive line sign that we'll be giving out at open house and beyond. And you'll need that displayed in your car so that we can read it. These people will read it right in here. You will then continue to pull up to the crosswalk right here. This person then pulls up people into what we call the loading zone, and students only get into the car right in this area right here. So no one gets in the car here, although it feels like they should. They get in the car here, and then we pull you out and you exit. Again, much longer definition and examples in that longer carpool video. So keep that in mind. Go back to that video, watch it again. It'll be very crowded and very slow the first week of school, but I promise you both morning and afternoon will get better. So the carpool hints for you. Number 1, come early, come late. Come early for morning carpool, come a little later for afternoon carpool. When I say later, if you come at 3:30, you'll encounter much less traffic in our parking lot. Don't come at 3:50 because we don't like that. But come at 3:30, 3:35, and you'll get through our parking lot much quicker. If you're here at 3 o'clock, people even start lining up much earlier than that. You'll spend more time in our parking lot. In the morning, if you come at 7:20, you'll breeze through our parking lot and be on about your day. So keep that in mind. Again, I encourage you to go back and watch the longer videos of this. Be patient, especially early on in the school year. It's going to be hectic. It's going to be a lot of people. We're going to be moving slowly. People are learning. People like you are coming in for the first time. People who have been doing it for years have forgotten. And just follow directions of our staff members. We'll all be in bright yellow vests. We'll help you get through all we can here in carpool time. And then don't be that parent. Don't be the parent who wants to break the rules, who wants to try to pull somewhere they shouldn't, park somewhere they shouldn't, let their child out somewhere they shouldn't, be late for afternoon carpool, all of those different things. If we just work together during our carpool time, it will flow best for everyone. A couple of words about open house. That'll be your first introduction into school life. Open house is a Monday, August 21st. That's coming up, less than a week away. We're getting ready here. So how do you navigate open house? Well, it's from 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock in the afternoon. You're welcome to bring supplies for your classrooms, anything you want to drop off. People come in and the dad looks like some kind of pack horse with bags and stuff all over him. If you want to bring him that day, that's fine. 4 o'clock to 7 o'clock, we're going to have food trucks out up near the gym. You can stop and get yourself something to eat. You can enjoy all of that. And you can eat in our gym in the air conditioning or outside at picnic tables, depending on the weather. And we'll be excited. You can meet and see more about our parent leadership team, sign up to be a volunteer, be part of that group. Will all be happening here. Basically, what we do in open house, you come in, make your way to your teachers and your classrooms. There's no other real meetings. There are things going on in the gym as far as food and parent leadership team, but you navigate that all as you like. It gets crowded. Halls get full. So again, be patient. What we encourage our new families to do is come at 4 o'clock. It's not as crowded at 4 o'clock, not as many people there. The teachers that you meet can spend a little bit more time with you. But you've got to remember, we've got like 28 scholars coming in for each classroom, and our teachers will be in high demand those days. So keep that in mind next Monday when you come. If you can, come at 4 o'clock and be a part of that early group to find your way around. You can visit all the classrooms, you can visit all the teachers you'd like, and it's a pretty exciting time, but it does get crowded. So keep that in mind. It gets crowded, but we will have food trucks out there by the gym, so we're excited about that. First day of school. First day of school, of course, is hit the wrong button there. Wednesday, August 23rd. Again, school starts at 8. Corporal starts at 7:20. It will be crowded. We'll most likely run out of parking spaces. So the earlier you come for the first day of school, the better. You'll be able to get in the school, out of the school parking lot, and on about your day on the first day of school. So keep that in mind. It gets crowded. It's very crowded in the morning. It's also going to be crowded in the afternoon with carpool. There'll be cars stacked up. And just be patient. Watch the flow of traffic. We'll navigate you through it as best we can and get you in to have a really good first day of school. There's lots of movement, especially in the morning. Lots of people want to walk in. Lots of people want to take pictures, and we want you to have that full experience. So just be patient with each other. Be patient with our school staff as we're moving people in to take care of those types of things that everybody wants to do. One of the places people like to take pictures is in front of our Summerfield Charter Academy sign between our flagpoles. The other place they'd like to take pictures is up in the loading zone, because in the loading zone, there's a sign that has grade levels: first grade, second grade, third grade. So if you want to take a picture of your kindergarten student, you can take it up there in front of that kindergarten sign. Those are the two places people really like to take pictures at. I'll be there at the front of the school door to welcome everyone, and it'll be an exciting, fun day to get school off the ground. But just be patient, because there's lots and lots of movement, lots and lots of people, and but I promise you, once we get that movement out of the way, we settle into a good routine on that first day of school. We teach a lot of things about how to operate inside the school, what's going to happen in the school. I try to visit all of the classes, greet all our scholars, say hello to them, and we get the school year off and running. So it's a very exciting day. But for an adult, if you're coming in, just be patient. There's lots of people, lots of movement, but it settles down and gets better very quickly. So take time to enjoy those moments. The first day of school only happens once a year. And if you're coming to a new school, whether it's as a kindergarten student or scholar, or coming from a different school, or coming back to Summerfield Charter Academy, just enjoy the moments on the first day of school. We're a little more laid back. We want people to have that moment with their child. We want your scholar to feel comfortable in getting into their classrooms. We're all about supporting you and having a good first day of school. So enjoy it. Enjoy the moments. Get the pictures made and do what you need to do to have a successful first day of school. So I want to do some question and answers, but I also want to run you through a few pictures of the school. This is, if you have not been, these pictures are a couple years old, but if you have not been to the school, this is the front of the school. That's where you enter at 7:20 or 7:40 in the mornings. That's the front door. The gym is a little farther north of that area. These are our security doors. During the school day, those are shut and locked, and you cannot get in that way. You have to go into the office. This is our gym. At 7:20, when we open the morning doors, people will come in there. It's a nice, colorful gym, and we're excited about sharing that with everyone. Here's our playground. We have a nice playground, a shade structure in the back there. And then to the right is a blacktop with a basketball goal and some other places. There's usually multiple games going on there on the blacktop. Here's some pictures of our hallways. This is looking down the kindergarten hallway. So if you come in our building to go to kindergarten, you're going to come in, you're going to turn to the left, and you'll be going down this hallway towards our kindergarten classes. This is, you can see pictures of kindergarten kids, and then some of our kindergarten rooms here, colorful, decorated, and fun spaces. So if you go to the other end of the hall, you're going to first and second grade, look a little bit like this. So you're excited about that. We have some alternate seating for people. We have chairs. We have different things that we do to make sure our scholars are successful. If you need to go third grade and up, you're going upstairs. So Upper Elementary Hall looks this way. It's looking down the hall towards the gym. And all of our classrooms are very close together. We can look in here. Most of them have a little reading nook and desk and set up their teacher area. Middle school, a little bit different. They're in bigger chairs and tables. We can have them collaborate a little more, talk a little bit more together. And then, of course, but also in the school you'll see our moral focus virtues all around the school in places like on our walls, and all of our virtues are up there. But students all have a locker. All the middle school students have a locker, either a top or bottom locker there. We do not put locks on our lockers. Expect our students to be honest, not to mess with other people's lockers. And so that's something that we are pretty proud of and take care of. So there's no locks on any of these lockers. Here's our science room, or one of our science rooms. You can see it has a tile floor, stools, and different tables, so we can do different scientific things. Specials classes. This is our music room. It's a room and a half, so we have lots of room for our band and other pieces. Here's a piece of our library and our technology lab. Technology lab looks a little different now because we've gone to one-to-one Chromebooks. Students will be bringing their Chromebooks in to work in our technology lab now. And you see some of the shelves of the library. And then it's our Spanish room, where all our scholars will come and take Spanish. So what I want to do now is in my presentation here and just open up the floor for questions. And so let me stop sharing here. Okay. And then I'm going to jump over to our chat and see whether or not we've got it going here. So that's a quick review of the two presentations that we showed early on, or the two this month, with some additional information about the first day of school and open house. Again, what I would encourage you to do is pop on to these links I sent earlier in chat, which are longer presentations about kind of the history and makeup of the school and what to expect, and then much more detail on carpool. So go to those, go and make sure you take care of seeing those videos so that you can be more prepared for that first day. Other than that, we're opening up the floor for questions you have regarding the school. You can enter them there, right there in chat, and I'll be glad to answer them. And see what else is on your mind about a week away from school starting, and how else I might be able to help you acclimate yourself to Summerfield Charter. How much time is needed in the carpool process? That's a great question, and it would all depend. It depends on what time you come. If you come earlier in the morning, you'll spend much less time in carpool. If you come later in the afternoon, again, you'll spend less time in carpool. Start to finish for the entire school takes about 40-ish minutes, both in the morning and the afternoon. So you wouldn't spend that much time there. But for example, in the afternoon, the last car that gets in our parking lot prior to carpool starting So if you're all the way up there at the top of our carpool, it takes about 20 minutes to empty the entire parking lot one time. So little bit later you come in the afternoon, you'll spend less time in carpool. So it's very time consuming, especially early on. But I promise you it gets better. And if you'll follow those hints, come earlier in the morning, come later in the afternoon, you'll spend less time in it. First day of school, first couple of days of school, it's really rough. It's bad. It's horrible. So just be patient. Don't judge us on those first couple of days of school. It will get better. Another question, is there a uniform exchange or time when parents can buy, sell outgrown uniforms? We usually do that once or twice a year. We've done it in the past. It's something our parent volunteers work on. And I don't think we did it last year, but it's usually an event that happens so you can have that opportunity to exchange uniform pieces and buy that. So again, that's a parent volunteer event that usually takes place. But yes, we do that in the past, and probably will in the future. So the second day of kindergarten camp, my kindergarten came out cranky because there are no beds for naps. We do not have beds here for naps. So I'm not sure if that was an expectation. We do not provide beds for rest time. So I'm not sure what you're looking for. Our kindergarten classrooms are a full day classroom from 8 to 3. If they need specific rest, check with your teacher to see what they can help you provide. But we do not have any beds in place for anyone to rest. So next question. We were told that there's a WhatsApp group for SCA parents. If so, how can we join? I'm not aware of an official WhatsApp page. I know that some of our grade levels parents put together kind of a contact page like that. So you need to talk with maybe another parent, because we do not have an official WhatsApp page. The school has a communication tool called School Connect that we just went to August 1st. So we're still learning how that works ourselves. We've been working with a couple of weeks. I can send an email out on it, but I haven't done a phone call yet. So there are things that we're still learning about that. And there's a lot more opportunities with School Connect than our previous tools. So we're still trying to learn all that. But I don't know. There's not an official WhatsApp page for Summerfield Charter Academy. Some grade levels may have that. Some groups may have that. But there's not an official one. So next question. I know they don't take naps, but how do the teachers deal with students who are coming from PK and took naps and they're becoming extra cranky? That's a great question. I mean, that would be an individual situation for each one of the scholars and how a teacher may deal with that. Our teachers are prepared to deal with students who may get a little cranky and tired. It's a part of being a kindergarten teacher. Bless their hearts. Kindergarten teachers are saints, I believe. I like to visit kindergarten. I like to see the kindergartners. I like to read to them. I like to hug them. And then I need to go upstairs to deal with the smelly middle school students. So they are fully prepared to deal with students in different ways, regardless of what they need, and meet those needs. So it's not an unusual thing for us to encounter that with the kindergarten students. Can the parents order lunch from the parents portal, or will the students have to request the homeroom teacher? No, parents can do the ordering all through the portal. You can deposit money, order your lunch, and all the student needs to know, we do a quick check in the morning with our attendants, and we ask them, are you getting lunch today, or did you bring your own? So we kind of know who's getting it, but all that can be taken care of by the parents. The students don't bring any money or anything like that. for school lunch here at school. All that can be taken care of through that portal. So the only thing we'll check with them in the morning over things like, um, are you getting lunch today? And so that we know what kind of count, who needs to go pick it up, and things like that. Question: do they eat in their classrooms? Yes, at this point right now they do. Our lunch line is set up in the gym. Students make their way down to the gym, grab the things that they need, and come back to the classroom. The majority of our people bring their own lunch, and so our teachers have a routine and procedures in place for students to clean the desk, eat, clean the desk again to keep things neat and tidy, throw other things away. And so right now we eat in their homerooms in that classroom so that they can have that time there. We think it really helps noise level. It allows them to work with some friendships and get to know people there. But yes, they eat in their classrooms. Again, these questions are all about you. I want to make sure you're comfortable. Obviously, you'll get a taste of it with open house next week, and then a bigger taste of how the school operates on Wednesday. On Monday for open house, we'll have cones set up so that you will kind of enter and exit the school kind of the way you do for carpool line. So you get a feel for that. You'll get a feel for turning right as you come into school, circling behind the school. You'll be able to have that experience. And we encourage people to do that just to kind of get themselves, oh, this is what I do. Okay, no problem. So that when you come back on Wednesday, you have some idea of how it's going to go. Will there be a weekly newsletter email to parents? If so, what day of the week can we expect it? There are communications sent out by grade levels, and they vary between the grade level. It's usually at the end of the week for next week, that type of thing. I send out a principal word, which is communication I send out almost every Friday afternoon. It's in your email. And it's talking about the week and how school went, and whatever might be coming up or issues that we need to talk about. So it varies. Most of them come out at the end of the week for the next week. Mine comes out on Friday afternoons when I'm in school. If I'm away from school on a Friday, you get one less email from the principal. Again, what other questions or thoughts you have? None of them are too small. I know it's difficult changing schools, or coming to a new school, or starting school for the first time with a scholar. So we want you to be comfortable coming in and ready to take on the challenges of starting school. Just remember, it will get so much better. You'll see a real difference in carpool between Monday and Friday, uh, and the smoothness in which everything operates. So just be ready for that. I'll give a last call for questions, and we can get ourselves back out about our day. Again, I'll encourage you, go to those links for those videos with much longer explanations of school routines, and especially the carpool routine. If you didn't view that, I covered it in such short a time. We devoted so much more time to it than those others. Get those, and so that you can feel as prepared as possible coming in, and be prepared to come Monday. Time's running out. Your summer's still going. Mine's over. Mine's been over. Teachers are here working out. I can hear them going up and down the halls right now as we have another meeting to get to at 11. So we're full of routines going on right now. So we're excited to have you here. We're excited to have you join the SCA family and be a part of it. And again, if you have more questions, you can reach out through email and whatnot, and we will be glad to answer those. So thank you for your time this morning. I'm going to make sure we end our recording, but thank you for being here. Enjoy the rest of your day. And if we can be any service to you between now and the time school starts, please don't hesitate to reach out. Thanks. Have a great rest of your day.